Hello, everyone. I'm David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. Ward 3 helps connect kids to much-needed devices for virtual learning, and the eagerly awaited Letty's de Leticia's is now open and serving up Mexican-inspired dishes on Main Street. Good to have that place back. Of course, the councilwoman who represents Ward 3 is Olivia Diaz. She joins me now. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. How are you doing?
It's good Happy to see end to September, beginning of October
exactly.
Now. It's amazing how the months are just going by.
I know. As we move into month 7 of COVID?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
hard
been
to believe.
A long time, but a short time, and it's just very different.
I know.
Sure.
Of course, we are socially distanced here because of COVID, and one of these days we'll move the chairs back together, but for now,
or not. Maybe we'll be like leery of any virus from here on out. So I know in the past I always saw people with their face masks that came from Asian countries in particular, and I would always question, why are they wearing a face mask? But now I know.
Yeah,
now I understand.
Now we all know. Yeah, we all get it. Yeah. So you know Ward 3 very well. You've been representing Ward 3 for about a year now,
yes,
right? Yes,
in July. Yeah.
What a year it's been.
It's been
really easy.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, oh boy.
But we're happy to still be here serving and representing our community.
You and your team are a great team, and you've been plugging away like all of us have tried to do here at the city through all of this. So. But some good things to talk about in Ward 3. Happy to talk about that today. First of all, if you're not exactly sure where Ward 3 is located, well, have no fear. We're going to show you. It's basically the east side of Las Vegas, that area with the big 3 on it, appropriately enough, in light blue. If you live in that area or work in that area, then you're in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And, of course, it includes a lot of our downtown, which we're going to talk about here in just a moment. But, of course, if you're a resident of that area, if you call that home, then you are represented by Olivia Diaz on the City Council. And I know you're very proud because we're going to boast the fact that you were able to see a restaurant during COVID open in your ward. And this is Letty's de Leticia's on Main Street. It was the old El Sombrero, one of my favorite places over the years.
Yes, David, and I was able to, lift my spirits and knowing that Letty's is able to make this investment, this commitment to our community, and revive the very first Mexican restaurant in the history of the city of Las Vegas. When it was El Sombrero Cafe, it opened to feed workers from the railroad, and it goes back that much into our history here as a city. So super excited that she's put her own spirit in there. If you go and you see to the side of her wall, she has like the spirit guides called alebrijes, and in Spanish, if you watch Coco, you kind of know the gist of an alebrije, very mythical character, but I love the essence, and I love even more the Mexican food offerings that are so close to us now. So thank you, Letty, for bringing that spot here very close to us at City Hall.
Yeah, that's wonderful. It's just an iconic location there, and so it lives on, and that really makes many of us very, very happy. Councilwoman, speaking of, now we've gone from small in size to very large, circa.
Yes.
Downtown. You can't miss it if you're downtown these days.
You
Not
can't.
Technically in Ward 3, but it's right across the street.
Can't miss it from the freeway. You can't miss it from many places in our city. But
there
super
it is.
Excited, especially in the times we're living, David, to see more employment opportunities come live for our community. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the size of this resort and just all the amazing offerings it will bring for us locals too, because we like to explore and patronize and have cool places to check out as well. It's not just about bringing tourists, but also how can we, afford awesome amenities to those of us that live here. We like to live, work, and play. Sometimes
exactly.
Play is super important.
So October 28th is the big day that it's officially to open, and that's the first high-rise building in downtown in 40 years.
It is a big deal.
It's a really big deal.
And I think it's going to be the largest of its size,
correct?
by
By far.
So congratulations to Derek Stevens, and looking forward to the ribbon cutting and opening the doors of Circa. So for everyone who's 21 and over to
that's
explore.
true.
So you must know that if you have little ones, you'll have to find a sitter to watch them to go and enjoy Circa. There will be one steakhouse available to children and families, but everything else is 21 and over.
Wow. See, that's the throwback Circa to the old days of Las Vegas when you had to be 21 to be roaming around in a casino, you know. So anyway, Derek is bringing that spirit back. So coming up, and again, it'll change the whole complexion of downtown, which is going to be great in the economy that we're seeing right now. Councilman, a lot of people may not know, you also serve on the Health District Board, the Southern Nevada Health District Board. Our council members wear different hats. They serve on different boards as part of their duties on the council. Again, one of your roles is to be on the Health District.
And in these times, how handy it has been to sit on that Health District Board. I get the information firsthand about where we are in trends with COVID-19. But, you know, the staff there at the Southern Nevada Health District are working so hard right now to raise awareness about the flu shot. And they're offering the flu shot for free for many of our residents in our community. So I wanted to really emphasize that during this flu season. It's super important for everyone who's older, has immunocompromised health conditions like a heart or diabetic. They need to seek that flu shot because in times of COVID, we don't want to be scared about two.
Flu and COVID, right? Yeah, bad enough with one.
And it might give you a certain level of immunity as well that could be helpful in maybe, warding COVID. We don't know yet, but, I think mind over matter sometimes too gives us peace. But we're also so proud of the work that the employees have carried out.
Thank you for them,
And we had a great event to basically say thank you, Southern Nevada Health District employees. We know you've been working tirelessly to make sure that our public health is at the forefront and being taken care of. And I mean Councilman Knudsen, who also sits on that board with me, and Chairman Scott Black from North Las Vegas. We treated everyone to much needed lunch there with the taco truck and pizza for our satellite Southern Nevada Health District offices, because sometimes we only focus on the main campus, but there's so many amazing employees doing the work throughout the valley.
It's a nice gesture because those folks have been, needless to say, more than busy through
Some of them haven't been able to take a day of vacation because it's just the work hasn't stopped in terms of setting up contact tracing, and in terms of turning around lab results from the tests that a community is taking in terms of COVID-19. I mean, there's so many spaces and then the other normal duties that they have to do. So I am very appreciative for them, and that's why we wanted to treat them so they know they are appreciated, and we know that they have stepped up and done so much great work for us.
Thanks to those folks, and kudos to you for recognizing them and taking the time to do that. Councilwoman, we're excited. The Stupak Center, it's really a shining place over there, kind of behind the stratosphere.
A lot of great work happens there for the community. It really is the access point for our parents to learn English and our little ones to get their head start. And I was so happy to see that we're able to rehab an area of Stupak Community Center into another pre-K classroom. In days of COVID, we've had to reduce the number of kids that we're servicing there. So the current classroom sees 12 kids, and now we'll be enrolling in the new classroom that we just cut the ribbon that you just saw right there. So that's super happy as a teacher. It, warms my heart to know that kids in most need are going to have access to this great first start, and it will put them on that upward trajectory in life to be confident, curious, and well-rounded individuals. That's what we want our next set of leaders coming through these pre-K centers.
Especially, we don't want to miss a beat during COVID either, and we're helping do that. Well, Councilman, you are a former teacher or teacher by trade, and I know this is all near and dear to you. And in fact, along these same lines, you had posted this on Facebook. You said, "It takes a village, canvassing today with community leaders and volunteers to reach our youth who are in need of a device and internet for virtual learning. And this is really important because when the school year started, there were a lot of kids in Southern Nevada who were not connected. They either didn't have a device, they didn't have proper internet, and they were missing out on the virtual learning.
And we still have some kids that are missing that educational opportunity that every single kid should have, and we're still on that mission to reduce that number. At one point it was in the 30,000s, and now it's been dropping. I think we probably have it maybe under 10, but we're still, the work has to continue. And then once you get them connected, are they showing up?
Yeah.
Are they following through with their work? And I've been hearing from high school teachers in my district that they're concerned about the kids being able to pass their classes, because one thing is for you to say you're present in the class, but you have to follow through with the work as well. So my team and I went on a Saturday, lit dropped, made sure with other community members like Mi Familia Vota and a host of other volunteers who hold education really important. And now we're gonna continue to knock doors in a more strategic, coordinated way with communities and schools, and just make sure that we're troubleshooting whether it's connectivity that the kids are struggling with, or maybe the kids have had to work now because the economy of the family is such that our teenagers might have to be working more instead of just focusing on school. So we're trying to kind of get a feel for what are the roadblocks in our kids' way, and how can we clear some of those out of their way so that they can stay connected and the kids stay the course. We don't want this graduating class to, go down. We want that percentage to rise or stay the same as last year. So still very invested in that work, and we're going to continue to monitor and keep a close eye on it.
No, it's really important work. And a little bit later in the show, we've got a program here at the city called The Navigators. We're going to have a special guest on, talk more about how we're going to try to keep everybody connected during this very, very challenging year. So
exactly, and the Navigators can help our parents with a whole variety of needs. If they need food security, if they need rental assistance, if they need any kind of economic assistance that we are aware we can offer. They also help bridge any missing gaps in terms of connectivity.
Exactly.
Sometimes our parents aren't educated enough about the setup of Wi-Fi, how to get them back connected, or is the connectivity sufficient for that household. So we can help them troubleshoot, educate, walk them through. So we're there to help them make sure that they don't miss a beat.
Oh, that's excellent all the way around. Good stuff. And then, Councilwoman, I love this. You had posted this on Facebook. You said, I'm incredibly proud of the work of both boards. All partners and staff have put in to win this award. Congratulations, Workforce Connections and Vegas Chamber. Now, this is a really, really big deal. So, Councilwoman, set us up here a little bit.
So this is Commissioner Higbee and Councilman Black, and we all sit on the Workforce Connections board. We're all part of the leadership team for Workforce Connections, but this is like winning the Super Bowl for the NFL in the Workforce Connections space. We competed nationally against all other states in receiving this award, and we're so honored that the partnership that the Vegas Chamber and Workforce Connections, the work that they're doing collaboratively together is making a huge difference in terms of employing folks in our community. And we're hopeful that now, during these times, we take it up a notch, and hopefully we continue to win the accolades and the awards, because I know that all of the work that they've been doing will help our community get reemployed and try to work together hand in hand. There's nothing like when you have synergy going in that space, and it's way easier when we're coming together to get the work done than everybody doing their own thing. And so the Chamber obviously has first access to a lot of businesses and folks that come to them for membership, and then they connect them to us at Workforce Connections. Hey, we're gonna bring this company and we're gonna have X many jobs, and then Workforce Connections' job is to then find
That's wonderful, get them connected, literally,
to then feed into their organization or their operation, so they have the staff to get up and running.
As you said, Councilwoman, it couldn't be any more important than this year when so many people have been struggling to find work, been laid off, furloughed, whatever it might have been.
Yes.
So these connections literally to find work, so important.
Yeah. So thank you, Vegas Chamber. Thank you, Workforce Connections team. They work tirelessly in these days too, and trying to be innovative. We're going to host a virtual town hall for job seekers. And that will be November 5th. So mark your calendars, and we will be giving you details about that as soon as we have them, how to log in and how you can know about potential employment opportunities and offerings that are available to you.
Excellent, excellent all the way around. So stay tuned for all of that. And of course, Councilwoman, we want to celebrate. This is Hispanic Heritage Month. It's in full swing right now, and a lot going on in the community. Starts middle of September and runs through middle of October, right?
Exactly, September 15th through October 15th. We're right in the middle of it right now, and I was honored to go and support my fellow councilman in North Las Vegas, Isaac Barone. He held a little ceremony with the new Mexican consul. We have a brand new one, Julian Escutia Rodriguez. He's just been newly assigned, has been in Las Vegas. Welcome to him. There's so much to tend to during these times, and he's ready and willing to roll up his sleeves and help our community. And we were there for a ceremony called El Grito de la Independencia. So the translation there is about the cry for independence, and it's basically paying homage to all the heroes and all the people who made that independence possible. Usually do it about midnight on the 15th of September to then commemorate everything on the 16th.
Which is Mexican Independence Day.
Mexican Independence Day, just like the 4th of July here.
Some people think Mexican Independence Day is Cinco de Mayo, but no, it's September 16th.
It is September 16th.
Cinco de Mayo is the celebration of a battle that was won.
And there are many other Latin American countries too that celebrate their independence very close, if not on the 15th as well. And so hence Hispanic Heritage. I think it's a very timely time of the year because there's a lot of countries celebrating their birth and their independence.
Yeah. And of course, in America, we appreciate that because that's like you said, it's our version of the 4th of July.
Yes, yes. And Hispanic Heritage is meant to celebrate the contributions of Hispanics in our country, of Latinos. We all add value.
Of course.
Regardless of what our role or our job, when we do it the best of our abilities, those nurses right now in the hospitals that are bilingual, doctors, lawyers, teachers, we all contribute, even the service industry folks right now that have made sure that we still have the food in the supermarkets and everything, the service in the restaurants. Everyone has such an important role, and it shouldn't go unnoticed, and we celebrate you.
All right, good stuff all our way. And we're good at the city of Make. We spread the wealth. We celebrate, all different kinds of heritage at this time.
Exactly. We're a very diverse council, and we celebrate everyone.
Exactly. And it's Hispanic heritage. It's that time now. So, well, Councilwoman, great job. We're going to go ahead and take a short break here. But when we return, a new city program connects families with much needed resources, as Councilwoman is saying, to help manage this unusual school year and year in general. That's next, so please stay with us.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back, everyone. This has been a very challenging and unusual school year, to say the least. Our Youth Development and Social Innovation team here at the city has been working hard to help those in the community who may be struggling. With us today to talk about the help available is Rocio Martinez Salcedo. Rocio, thank you so much for being on the program with us. It's great to see you. Councilwoman, we all know this. Rose, one of the rock stars here at the city. As you had mentioned before, tough time. People are struggling with the kids doing virtual learning, struggling with a lot of things just
Staying
because.
home a lot more
exactly.
than usual. That could
Exactly.
add a layer of stress that we're not used to, because we're used to just being able to do, coordinate activities and do things out more, and that gives us a little bit more respite and a little bit of a break from each other. But with virtual learning, those breaks are hard to come by these days, especially if parents are unemployed or have to work from home. So I'm so happy about the work that Dr. Malich is leading, with the assistance, of course, of our wonderful YDSI team. We've been saying all along through these hard months that we needed to step up and do more to help support our community and bridge the gaps where there may be some in terms of being able to navigate systems. And that's, I think, why we got the word Navigator program.
Ro, tell everybody out there, that's appropriately enough, we have a program, the Navigator program. Explain what it is to the viewers out there, and how, if they need some help, how they can get plugged in.
Absolutely. Thank you, David. So our community navigators are actually out in the community right now. This program started about 2 weeks ago, where we hit the streets, and their main goal is to really connect the community to all the resources that are available. So we knew, as Councilwoman Diaz stated, that we needed to come out and really support our families during these difficult times. And we knew that it's more than just getting the student the Chromebook or getting that hotspot. And while that's absolutely very important for them to do the schoolwork, we also wanted to look at the family in a holistic model and let them know that we can also help them with other things to keep the family running, whether that's food assistance, housing assistance. Do you need help filling out a job application? Do you need more resources to find employment? We are there for you to help you do that. And it's more than just giving you a phone number or a flyer. We actually have our community navigators stationed at different hubs out in the community, where people can make appointments and they can go to them, and we will help you fill out a job application. We will call the organization that's going to help you get you on that housing list that you need to get on. So it's really that direct service, direct contact with the community. Obviously keeping social distance practices. We're all wearing our masks, and we're doing the best that we can to navigate this COVID times, but really being out there for the community.
Wow, it's an amazing program. And I'm sure, Ro, a lot of people just don't know that this program even exists. If people are hearing this and they're thinking, I'd really like some help, how should they reach out to you?
Yeah, so you can find more information about the Community Navigator program on the city's website, but also you can call us directly at 702-229-6242. We'll get you connected straight to a community navigator, and we'll send you more information electronically if that's your communication preference. Whatever works for you, we'll make it happen, but you can give us a call and we'll get you started.
Rocio, can you also speak to the language access for our community? I know that in Ward 3 we're over 60% Latino, Hispanic, and a lot of us, our forte is not English, it's Spanish. Do we have navigators that speak Spanish to our community or speak in Spanish?
Yes, we do. So our community navigator speaks Spanish. We also have employees in YDSI, Youth Development and Social Innovation, that also speak Spanish. So we're able to help each other out and help out the community as well. And if you are bilingual and looking for a way to serve for your community, we are recruiting for more community navigators. So we encourage you to apply. You can call the number that I stated before, 702-229-6242. And if you're interested in serving the community in that capacity, we can get you started on that as well.
Of course, another thing, Councilwoman, you're really good about this too. If people can contact your office as well, and you'll plug them into the program.
So if you aren't sure, you didn't catch the number Rocio just shared, always reach out to my office, 702-229-4623. And we're also just a Facebook message away or an email away, Ward3 at lasvegasnevada.gov. And we will help route also your concerns or troubleshoot the area of need that you have. And we try to make sure that we're also navigators and connectors as well. We're not punting the ball, we're here to help and serve, but I'm so grateful that they're truly out in the community for, we're going out to you and we're picking strategic locations where you can get to easier, such as an elementary school, et cetera, to help. David, there's a lot of parents who may not have the sophistication or the technology skills to really understand how to log the computer onto the Wi-Fi, what happens when the Wi-Fi kind of crashes or doesn't have the signal, and then how you have to reboot it. And I just think the navigators are instrumental right now in being that glue that helps the parents understand these processes and walk them through. Maybe they're just never had to really use a device in the past, and they may lack the skills. And then sometimes you have young little ones that are starting kinder and pre-K, and we don't want their education adversely affected because they don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So hence why super grateful that we put together the Navigator program, Ro.
Ro, you guys are definitely a godsend to so many people in the community. I wanted to ask you, what are you typically hearing from the folks out there? What is the most common need, or is there something that is kind of a common thread through all this, or is it just run the gamut?
We actually seen the majority of the phone calls we've been getting is for employment opportunities and job applications. So we've actually had a couple of great success stories already, and we've only really been out there for the last 3 weeks, where we've had people call, make appointments, and they've actually filled out job applications with the community navigators. Wow. So it's really just great to see that if there's a need, we're able to kind of see the whole process through and get them directly in touch with somebody that's hiring. Another common theme that we see are parents being concerned about the kids completing assignments. They know they're logging in, they know they're in the classroom, however, they're having trouble figuring out the whole Canvas system, and are they completing the assignments they need to complete. So we've also encouraged them to reach out and get more information about our Vegas Strong Academies, where we have full day programming, where we have people that can look after a child to see, okay, are you logging in on time? Are you completing your assignments? So that has also been a common question we've been getting.
All right, Ro, we're about out of time here. One more time for the telephone number for everybody out there.
702-229-6242.
I just want to put in a plug that Vegas Strong Academy has scholarship opportunities
absolutely.
available.
Great point.
Not cost prohibitive. If you need support, we're here to give you that support.
Yeah, great addition, Councilwoman. Thank you so much. Well, folks, Ro, great job out there. Keep up the good work. You know, I think you really are going to be angels to a lot of people in the community right now.
We need all the help and love and support we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. So, folks,
kudos to your team.
Yeah, and to you as well. So, folks, we always want to hear from you out there. So if there's something you'd like to share with Councilwoman Diaz, you can find her Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also contact her just by picking up the phone, 702-229-4623. And again, if you're trying to connect with Ro and the team related to the Navigators, this is a great way to do it as well. You can send us an email here at the city. Councilwoman's address is odiaz@lasvegasnevada.gov, and she or one of her great staff will get right back to you. They always do. So, Ro, great job. Thank you so much for being on the show. Councilwoman,
Thank you very much.
Great job to you. We'll have you back in 6 weeks with another update from Ward
He'll
3.
come here before we know
Exactly.
it. This one I was like, already?
It'll be almost, we head into Christmas time at that point. So,
Good
anyway.
eats. Enjoy your pumpkin spice lattes. They're already in full, access to us. So tis the season to start gaining.
It's here. It's here. So, Councilwoman, great job. Folks, don't miss our next show beginning on October 15th with Ward 2 City Councilwoman Victoria Seaman. You can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time around. Stay safe out there.